As we have seen the past couple days, the invasion of what's taken place into the area of Ukraine has raised a lot of eyebrows and has definitely unfolded differently than a lot of people would expect. And that includes the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin. And that looks like he's been very upset with some of the progress that's been made. But it looks like now he's actually considering having reserves for standby status for some of the nukes that Russia is known to have. Now, if you are not aware, per many sources that are out there, you can look at this and see that Russia has the most in the entire world right now, which has been obviously discussed in length before, as there's been discussions about mutual annihilation essentially of the entire world if this were to ever happen. But it's scary that there's intel reports going to media talking about this. It says Putin puts Russia's nuclear forces on high alert as fighting in Ukraine continues. We're now on the third day. It says, in a dramatic escalation of East-West tensions over Russia's invasion of Ukraine, President Vladimir Putin ordered Russian nuclear deterrent forces put on high alert Sunday in response to what he called, quotations, aggressive statements by leading NATO powers. The move means Putin has ordered Russian nuclear weapons prepared for increased readiness to launch, raising the threat that the tensions could boil over into a nuclear war, and giving it the Russian leader also cited hard-hitting financial sanctions imposed by the West against Russia, including Putin himself. This is not only literally, now that we're talking about any kind of nuclear talks, but also figuratively, this was mentioned when they were talking about the SWIFT banks, which were links to many income streams coming through into the country and people looking for further sanctions. For example, here it says, what is SWIFT and why it's being called the nuclear option for Russian sanctions? As Western allies levy increasingly harsher economic sanctions against Russia for its invasion of Ukraine, the largest target involves Russia's access to SWIFT, an acronym for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. SWIFT is a messaging system founded in 1973 that allows large financial institutions to send money to each other. If I could talk today, I'm sorry. They say this will ensure these banks are disconnected from the international financial system and harm their ability to operate globally, the White House said in a statement. For Russia, it will mean being cut off from normal financial civilization, he said. This is a big diplomatic victory. Russia will suffer billions upon billions of financial losses, their price for invasion. Now, to talk about this, there has been an impact because as much as the military is doing what it's doing and the government's trying to control the flow of information, as this is an information war, it looks like there are now official videos going out there showing that there are people that are currently waiting in line at ATMs and things like that in order to pull their money out.
А это все очередь. Очередь в 2 ряда уже, правда. Да уж.
Now, is that money going to be really worth that much? Not really, because we've already seen the impact financially on the value of their currency over there in Russia. So essentially, you're getting it out maybe to have some transaction ability within the country, as we've seen several places actually shut down any flights going to or from Russia. So these people, this is all they're going to have to be able to barter or be able to do anything within the country itself. The flow of information has also been noted to be coming through across some of their cable channels, as there's been people that are, I would say, maybe anonymous. I'm not sure if it was anonymous themselves, but were able to hack into the cable system delivery and only show sources that showed from other news outlets outside of Russia what was happening. We are obviously seeing such a good informational light going towards the Ukrainian side, as the president has been going live and talking about these events every single night as the past couple days have unfolded. And it looks like he even spoke with President Biden, where he said that they were going to need money or weapons or rounds or anything else that they can get. They don't need a taxi ride, because it looks like the White House did offer the president of Ukraine an ability to be escorted out of the country, but they denied it. And these people are hunkering down, holding their positions even harder and doubling down. Now, on top of this, it looks like Vladimir Putin is very upset about the progress that's been made, as no major cities have been captured over in Ukraine. But there are expectations that if this were to last over 10 days, and contrary to his beliefs of maybe 1 to 4 days it would have been taken, that they may be forced to go to the peace talks, and that is something that has been offered by the Russian government over in Belarus. Following its gains to the east in the city of Kharkiv and multiple ports, Russia sent a delegation to Belarus for peace talks with Ukraine, according to the Kremlin. Zelensky, president of Ukraine, said suggests other locations, saying his country was unwilling to meet in Belarus because it served as a staging ground for the invasion. Until Sunday, troops had remained on the outskirts of Kharkiv, a city of 1.4 million, about 20 kilometers, 12.4 miles south of the border with Russia, while other forces rolled past the press offensive deeper into Ukraine. I have to interject, as I'm editing this video, it looks like there's a massive update here. It says the office of Ukraine's president has confirmed that the delegation will meet with Russia officials as Moscow's troops draw closer to Kiev. And Ukrainian President Zelensky office said on the Telegram messaging app that the two sides would meet at an unspecified location on the Belarusian border, and did not give a precise time for the meeting. Now, it does go in further, saying that this is after the talks of nukes being on the table was addressed. So this is literally coming off the press like within 20 minutes of when this was happening. So it is insane to think that's how fast this news is changing, but I will be keeping up with this and posting it periodically. So please think to subscribe or anything like that if you like this kind of news. All I can say is that from what we're seeing as far as the flow of information, the tactics that are on the ground from reports that are coming out, the financial situation, the ball looks to be in the Ukrainian court, even though there were a lot of people saying that there were more people from NATO and various other places that should be involved with supporting them. But it does look like they were supported in financial ways and some various other ways as well. But it looks like they're holding their ground, and I'm interested to see if the Russian government will actually take them up on another meeting place, as they did say that they would accept any offer besides Belarus, because it's been very well known that the president of Belarus has become more aligned with the Russian side of the house. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think this will end soon, or do you think we're going to keep seeing a push going forward? And what are your thoughts on this? Because this has been a mess, as we've seen videos of even Russian soldiers having no idea what they were going to be doing. But let me know down in the comments below. If you guys have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.